Respected Thiru Sundar, Joint Managing Trustee, Dr. B.L. Sivakumar, Principal of this institution, Dr. Vijay Kumar, Controller of Examinations, faculty members, guests, and my dear young graduates. It is an extraordinary pleasure to be with you for this graduation function. And we are also extremely happy that you are all going to be conferred with the degree certificate for your exemplary performance in the field of education. I am reminded of my last days in my college, when the last examination was conducted in our college. Some of the students who finished first went out and fired crackers to mark the celebration of the completion of their undergraduation. They all thought that education has found a culmination, but to their utter dismay, they found out that it is only a mark of some knowledge that they have received. It is just an endorsement and nothing more than that. They had to explore the real world to know about the nuances of life, and they have to learn all the life skills that are required to shine in their career. Apart from the knowledge that they have gained from the books, which are nothing but borrowed knowledge, they had to undergo rigorous experience in various fields to gain the wisdom that is going to guide them throughout their lives. It may not be out of place to say that I was also complacent with the degree program and pursued my civil services career. When I was doing my civil services, I didn't know that so much of knowledge has to be explored by a civil servant and to give a good governance in the state. After completing my first attempt, I happened to join the Indian Revenue Service, and one of my officers who was very friendly with me met me after I became an IAS officer in 2001 in Madurai. And the first question that he asked, have you not pursued any more degrees and are you complacent just with the BSc Agriculture? That was the first time I knew that academic accomplishments are equally important for a civil servant. And then I started preparing for my MBA, finished all the postgraduate programs which I wanted to complete, and then pursued my PhD. My dear young graduates, it is essential to know that this degree certificate which they are going to give to you is just a piece of paper unless you qualify for the certificate that you are receiving. This certificate will not have any value because it is just a passport. It is not the visa. And you can never travel in any foreign country just with a passport. Similarly, this degree certificate just tells you that you are qualified to pursue higher education and learn in the field. I can tell you one thing, that what you have learned in this institution is just the basics of the degree program that you have pursued. It may be commerce, it may be business administration, it may be computer science, You have learnt the rudiments of the subject. But what you are going to learn is so much, and that has to be learnt only due to hands-on experience. I can even say that what you have experienced is just a tip of the iceberg and not more than that. And the whole iceberg is to be explored by you in future. Therefore, I would just say that this degree program has just exposed your ignorance, and it will give you the impetus to pursue further, to learn more. I am reminded of the beautiful quote given by Deming, a management expert. He says that learning is a continuous process. Learning is the process of moving from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence. That is the first phase. From unconscious incompetence to conscious competence, and from conscious incompetence to conscious competence. From conscious competence to unconscious competence, that is where the learning process ends. Learning is a continuous process, and throughout your life you have to learn something or other. You may have to learn from books, you may have to learn from people, you may have to learn even from machines. Unless you have the stamina to learn, you will be dismissed as a dismal failure in this world. So kindly understand that you have to be highly disciplined. Only a disciplined mind can learn, and a conditioned mind can understand the nuances of this world. What is disciplining? Disciplining is totally different from that of conditioning, but disciplining is the inner conditioning of a human being by himself, not by the extraneous forces. It is not artificial, it is not imposed, it is not trusted, it is the blossoming of your own self. My dear young graduates, if you want to succeed in your life, let me specify a few steps which you may have to follow so that you get a better job and contribute to the society. Your JMT was mentioning that you should have the power to adjust with the society. I would rather say that you should have the social intelligence. Unless you have the social intelligence to move with any new individual whom you come across in your life, you will not be successful. Today people have said that any amount of expertise a man may possess, but if he is not able to equate with the people whom he come across, he is going to be a failure in his life. Therefore understand that the life skills are more important to shine in your job. And shining in the job is not everything. You have to be cautious with the society. You have to be careful with the people whom you meet. You have to be cordial with your parents. You should be cordial with the colleagues with whom you are working. Then only you will be a successful human being. So of the 10 steps which I am going to enumerate, the first one comes the sincere hard work that you are going to pursue in your job. It should not only be a hard work, it should also be a hard work. Unless you put your heart and soul in the job that you are going to profess, you are not going to shine in it. It is said that Mark Twain once remarked, vocation is a vacation. Unless you enjoy the job that you do, unless you see that the job that you do is connecting with this whole world, you are not going to be successful in your career. So do hard work and also do hard work. That is very important. The second one is do smart work. You should be intelligent enough to do smart work so that you can complete a vast scope of job in a short span of time. The third important thing is you should understand that you have got enough material in your hand. The confidence is very, very important. You may face umpteen number of challenges in your job. You may face numerous challenges in your life, but you should never get dejected or frustrated or crestfallen in your life. Therefore, you should have enough confidence with you to surmount any challenge that you face in your life and break all those things and come out. There are two specific terms in English. One is breakdown and the other is breakthrough. Sometimes people tend to break down because of an issue, but unless you break through it, you cannot be successful. The fourth important thing is motivate yourself. Don't expect your professors to follow all the way to the company where you are going to work and give you motivational talks. All the motivational talks are going to be useless unless you have the zeal and sense to pursue something. The fifth one is learn from your mistake. Every human being is bound to commit a mistake. Don't be perturbed over the mistake that you are going to commit. Learn from every mistake that you are going to do and improve yourself. The sixth one is be innovative. Only an innovative person succeeds in his life. If you are going to borrow knowledge from books and if you are going to gain knowledge from others, it is not going to be useful unless you have the presence of mind, out-of-box thinking, lateral thinking and parallel thinking. You will not shine in your career. The seventh important thing is you should overcome the troubles that you come across in the field and for which you should have courage. Courage is extremely important because in this world you cannot expect everything to be a bed of roses. The moment you step out of this campus, you will be in jeopardy of facing the real challenges in life. Nobody will tutor you, nobody will guide you, no finger will hold you and guide you. Therefore, you should understand that courage is very, very important and a mind which is full of fear can never excel in the field. The eighth thing that I want to say is you should have enough time management capability. I would only say that don't manage time. Many people are managed by time, but I would say that develop an expertise by which you can compress hours into minutes and create time. A person who creates time can do so many works in a short span of time. He can write 500 books in his lifetime, 37 plays in his lifetime. He can write thousands of pages in his lifetime and thousands of lectures in his lifetime. That is possible only by a person who could compress time and create time. The ninth important thing is you should be very, very attentive in everything that you do. Starting from the morning, even when you brush your teeth, do it with awareness. When you take bath, do it with awareness. When you eat food, do it with awareness. Make it a celebration. Make it a meditation. Then you will be successful. The 10th one is develop good communication skills. Unless you have good communication skills, you cannot shine in your life. You may have so much of knowledge. You may have gained vast expertise in your field. But if you are not able to speak it out to other people and impress the people, you will not be successful in your life. And the first impression can never be created in the second impression. So keep all these factors in your mind and all the best for an excellent life that you are going to live. Thank you very much.